All Over the Road New Orleans is brought to you by CoinTrader Inc. Mind your money, and recorded in front of a live studio audience.
Will you strike the Iranian nuclear component? And what time exactly, sir? Sir, would you strike it? Would you please inform us so we can be there and watch? I mean, you don't know that I'm going to even do it. You don't know. I may do it. I may not do it. I mean, nobody knows what I'm going to do. I can tell you this, that Iran's got a lot of trouble.
Hello, this is Drew C. Stunna, and Gen Z loves All Over the Road, New Orleans.
Bomb, 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 Iran. Bomb, 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 Iran.
It's the #1 podcast in Louisiana. It's All Over the Road with Ted Semper and the King, Victor Del Giorno. Ah, yes.
Victor D.
Yes.
Talk to me.
You know, I'm considering never calling myself the king of podcasting ever again.
No way. Why?
Because I'm not a king.
Come on.
There's all this king stuff. You know, first of all, we're in a situation here that's very serious.
True.
With all these bombs and all that. This is Vince Vance and the Valiants. Vince is, of course, from New Orleans.
Yeah.
And they did this song in 1980 when Ronald Reagan was president.
That's right.
And Iran had these hostages.
Yep.
And it was kind of similar. You know, Reagan came in, said, release the hostages.
Yep.
They did. Kind of the same thing that's happening with Donald Trump. And it's vaguely familiar. But what's happening now is it's unfortunately looking like a time where you're going to have to put up or shut up. Okay? I mean, that's what's happening. It's sad because, you know, people don't realize it's 2025, especially the young people that listen to my podcast, and the Gen Z loves us.
Yeah.
Millennial, they all love us.
Because you're the bomb.
I'm the bomb.
And they
Fantastic.
do call you the king of all podcasting. So just take that under consideration.
Yes. But I mean,
Well, I remember the song was all over the radio. In the 70s? No, it was 80s.
80s, yeah.
It was all over the radio.
But it was the same thing. Reagan came in.
It was, yeah. So like deja vu-ish, like history repeats itself. Then the U.S. put in the Shah of Iran, and he was cool, like, you know, friendly to the U.S. But then I heard something the other day that the people of Iran didn't accept him.
No,
and they pushed him out.
And so now you're back to, I guess, an Ayatollah, whatever the Ayatollah is.
Yeah, he's hiding out.
It sounds like an Italian dish, the Ayatollah. I'm just kidding.
Can we get rid of this Ayatollah T-shirt? Khomeini died years ago.
But Marge, it works on any Ayatollah. Ayatollah Nakbada, Ayatollah Zahedi.
But I mean, what's happening right now, people, is it's really time to kind of, you know, pray for this country and all that other stuff, because what people don't realize, and this is before my time too, obviously, and that was a long time ago.
Yeah,
is that one time the United States dropped an atomic bomb on Japan.
That's true.
An atomic bomb on Japan. And so I just think that the people have grown a little unaware of the kind of history of the world. And this is a situation where you have a regime, a country that is really anti-everybody for the most part. I mean, they are.
I mean, Iran.
Iran, yes.
Yeah.
You know, they
I don't know who they're friendly with. I mean, not so much Russia.
Well,
maybe
let me tell you something.
A little bit, but
well, let me tell you this. Okay, when Trump made that trip to the Middle East and was walking around riding camels and ladies flailing their hair around and Qatar and Saudi Arabia. These are all people that would have been sympathetic to Iran in this situation.
Yeah.
But if you notice, they're not.
No.
That was a big schmooze trip. Okay, he did it in the disguise of, I'm going to raise $1 trillion and come back. I'm going to make a deal. But he was schmoozing because he knew this was going to happen. Yeah. Unfortunately, what it's going to come down to, unless these people decide they want to deal, but even if they say they deal, they're never going to deal. They're never going to deal. No. You know, there are people in this world that are evil, and they're not just that regime. There's evil people in this country. There's evil people born in Louisiana. You know, but this is a regime where they want death to everybody.
Yeah.
And so at some point in time, you draw a line in the sand and you say don't cross it. Well, all the other presidents have drawn the line and they've crossed it and nothing's happened. So unfortunately, I think there's something's going to happen.
You don't know that I'm going to even do it. You don't know. I may do it. I may not do it.
Their big beef is Israel, though. I mean, they don't like the U.S., obviously, too. Death to the U.S.
Well, they're neighbors.
But they've always fought with Israel.
Exactly. And look, they're right next door to them. A little town. I mean, Israel's tiny.
Yeah.
I mean, this
it's
is
like the size of Vermont.
Yeah, it's like this has been going on.
And I heard today
forever.
you could fit 75 Israels in Iran.
Yeah.
That's how much bigger it is.
It's bigger. It's
But
like
right now, as we sit here on this date, June, what is it, 17th? Israel's kicking their butt.
It is, but
big time.
But
Israel's paying a price too.
But to finish the job, the U.S. may get involved. So you need to pray about these things because this is really serious stuff, and we do podcasts and play around. But that's it. Okay,
I know
we got a couple good shows coming up. Okay, so we just had Ross Favalora on telling about the birth of his baby. We had
amazing story.
You know, we had on we had a couple. Derek and his stroke. We had some really good. So we got coming up. We've got Ella Grace Francis, who's a young sensation. She's been on our podcast before. She just did an event over at the mall for the 200th anniversary of Jefferson Parish with Christian Chenoweth, and we're going to have her on. I should have told her to bring a guitar. I hope she did. Maybe not. Also, Luke Hawks is going to be on because Luke's has been doing a bunch of crazy stunts.
Is he?
Absolutely crazy stunts. Okay, but Ted and I just made a couple trips.
Yeah.
All right. Ted went to London for the first time. I wanted to hear about that. And of course, I went to Chicago to be with my brother and my nephew to go to some Cub games. So in the meantime, I had the former executive producer of the year, Nick the Stick, Voebel, come over and put in this new board.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do we sound? Clear?
Okay.
Crystal clear?
I don't know, but there's some effects on here. Okay.
Better sound.
So here, I got some ideas.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, this is the new applause.
Oh.
It sounds more studio audience, doesn't it?
Yeah. I like that. Yeah.
Okay. Enough already. Okay.
That's enough.
And then, for instance, whenever Craig or Ted cracks a bad joke, which is not often, he'll get something like this. Something
like that. Here you go.
It's the crickets.
Oh, I get crickets?
It's the crickets.
Oh, okay.
The crickets.
Yeah.
Okay. You got that. And then here's like maybe we do something and I give you the wrong answer. Give me an answer. Say London.
London.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's incorrect. Oh, that's incorrect. You like that? You like that? But my favorite's coming up. Okay, now what do you think of this one?
Yeah. Oh, well, we had that one, didn't we?
No.
Before?
Well, no.
Maybe not.
We have the truck horn.
The truck horn. That's just like, what is that? Blowhorn?
It's like a. They call it a air horn.
Air horn.
It's an air horn. That's an air horn.
Yeah.
Okay. Now what about this one?
Oh,
that sounds like a fart to me.
It does. It does.
Like a fart.
Yeah.
It sounds like a fart. Now what we don't have is
That sounds like a fart coming out of a tight ass.
Ready?
Give me that. Give me that.
Here we go. Goes the weasel.
Pop goes the weasel.
How about this one? Yeah. Me out to the ball game. Something like that.
Be a little intro.
And then you got this. I don't know what to do with this.
Oh. Meanwhile,
what about remember him? What was his the all-knowing guy we used to have on? What was his name? Remember, I'm all-knowing. What was his name? The Swami.
The Swami.
This is the Swami.
This is Swami.
I'm all-knowing.
Yes.
This is the Swami.
It's the harp or the sitar, guitar, whatever.
Okay, and of course, hey, why did the chicken cross the road?
Yeah. Why?
To get to the other side.
Oh, of course. Got to have the old
shot. Now, what I haven't done is a laugh track yet. Okay, and so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find the right laugh track, and I'm having a hard time. Okay, because there's very few good laugh tracks out there.
Really?
Okay, so if anybody knows of a good laugh track, let us know.
Yeah.
Okay, because we like a good laugh track. Now, this was my favorite one of all, and I've got an idea for this. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Go.
And now, it's time for everyone's favorite game show, How Senile is Ted?
Oh!
Starring Ted Semper.
That's me.
My senile sidekick.
Yeah.
And here, live from New Orleans, here he is. A big round of applause for Senile Ted.
I'm not going to take that personally. No, I'm not. Damn it.
Yes,
I like the music.
He's senile. He's Ted.
Yeah.
He's senile Ted. Okay, here we go. First question, Ted. What did you have for lunch?
For lunch today, I stopped at Starbucks on my way here and had a little double bacon smoked sandwich.
I'm sorry, that's the wrong answer, Ted.
Well, I know what I had.
No, you had an omelet. That's what you had. See? That's why you're senile. That's why you're senile. You're the
I see
big
who
loser
controls
today.
the buttons in this joint.
You're the big loser today, Ted. And thanks for being on Senile Ted. How high?
What an honor. What an honor.
Right here from all over the road. Hey, we're going to take a quick break.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after these messages.
You know what Ayatollah Khomeini's first name was?
Come on, man.
Rahala. So, what do you think it was?
Ayatollah.
Ayatollah's not a name, it's a title.
Hang in there.
Go crazy, go crazy. Hit another one, hit another one.
Did you just give me a... Like I'm some kind of idiot for thinking that Ayatollah could be a first name?
Okay, you're not an idiot, it's just not a name, okay?
Victor Del Giorno, the king of all podcasting, is the bomb.
The election's over.
Yes, it is.
Election's over. A lot of people were freaking out because the election. What do I do with my money? How do I invest? The stock market was going crazy the whole time. Gold up to $2,800 an ounce. So now that the election is over, what are you thinking? You're thinking, well, everything's cool now. I don't need gold. Oh, no. Not so fast, my friend.
Hang on.
Not so fast, my friend. Do you know gold is the only real money? Do you know gold is your only protection against a monetary collapse, like the dollar just going bye-bye? Listen, we're not out of the woods yet. This is a very, very anything can happen world. So what do? How do you protect your money? Well, you get something tangible, Ted. You don't sock your money in the bank. You don't sock your money in the sock. You put it into something hard, and that's gold. The people at Coin Trader Inc. can help you. All you got to do is call them, tell them the king of all podcasting sent you. Guess what? They're going to give you some free silver. Ooh, absolutely free. They call it minding your money. Look, they've been in business for over 30 years. They're the best in the business. They sponsor this podcast. Give them a call. Coin Trader Inc. Mind your money. And tell them the king of all podcasting sent you.
Literally. Literally. Bottle of water. You right.
Welcome back. That's it. See now, Ted.
It's a smaller crowd, but it's rowdy. It's a good rowdy little crowd.
It's
Yeah.
crowd, you know. It's all right. So you went to London.
I did.
All right, tell me about it. You went to London. I asked for one thing. I didn't get it. I went the fuzzy hat. I never got the fuzzy hat.
It's got to be. What's the official name of those hats? I should know. I went to London.
It's the fuzzy hat.
I didn't see them for sale anywhere.
No?
I didn't, but maybe you said you saw them online. But, I was in London and I didn't see them. I went to a million gift shops and saw none. So I did bring back some socks with those little soldiers with those little hats on them.
You did?
So, yeah. I gave it to you.
Oh, that's right. Oh, the socks, yeah.
The socks that you'll probably never wear.
No, I do.
They'll be in the back of the drawer by the end of the day. I get it.
I'm a sock guy. I'm a sock guy.
Oh,
I
yeah?
really am. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, then maybe you will.
I'm a sock
You
guy. So what's the...
Well, London, I've never traveled internationally. So me and my wife and another couple went, and we had this trip planned since like back in November. But
well, you had Allison. What was her name?
Allison Collins band.
Allison Collins, and she's she can be.
And her husband Terry, who's in the Allison Collins band, plays the bass. But actually, the reason we went that week, which was the first week of June, was because their son William sings in the LSU choral ensemble or something, and they were over there singing in London, so that's why. But we didn't see them. But they were there at the same time. We saw him, but we didn't see him sing. But anyways, the highlight of my trip, Vic, it was the last day.
Yeah.
Going to Abbey Road.
Yeah,
it was free. It didn't cost me a penny. And it's just an intersection, right? Where the famous what album was that? Abbey Road, the album, right?
Yeah.
With the Beatles. That where they did the famous shot. The picture. There's like 20 people there. At pretty much all times. There's a live cam where you can go online and see a shot of that intersection there. And so everybody goes there and takes pictures. And the Abbey Road Studios right there. It was closed. You just can't walk in there. So there's really not a lot to see, but it's iconic. So everybody takes pictures and everything. So that was a highlight for me. But, it's because I'm, like music and on radio and all that kind of stuff. So, I got the video and I sent it to you. But it was a good 9 or 10 days. I mean, we're most anxious, I guess, about the flights. It's like 9 hours, 8 hours going, 9 coming back. It's a pretty good while spent on a plane, and jet lag is a real thing when you get back. I've never had it. Of course, anybody who's traveled internationally already knows this, but it hits you like the next day, because we got back at midnight and London's 6 hours ahead of us. So you get used to that London time.
Did you see the Queen?
I didn't see the Queen. The Queen died. The Queen died.
Okay, did you see the King?
I hate to tell you, she died last year, but I personally... Yeah, I don't keep up with the Queen and all that.
They have a king.
Well, King Charles. Yeah, we saw the big palace.
You don't make any decisions.
Well,
he makes no decisions.
They don't make, it's like they're kings, but no, they don't say this is law, but they have an influence.
So Donald Trump could be king. Why not?
He could be one day.
Just make him king. Maybe it doesn't mean he makes all the decisions. Someone's got to be king.
Yeah, we'll just have a protest about
Make
that.
him the king. Now the food wasn't so hot. You said it.
The food, okay. You know how we're used to food with just tons of flavor, spicy.
It's bland. It's a bland.
It's a little bland over there, but it's good. Now, I guess what RFK Jr. is trying to do is take out all the crap basically in our food. You hear about it in foreign countries where the food, especially Europe, is much better quality. And I will attest to that. It was. Because we had Chinese food, didn't have that full feeling with the MSG and all that. It was excellent. Yeah. I had fish and chips. Of course, that's pretty basic.
Why do you think they're doing this? Why do you think they're doing this to us, Ted? I mean,
they want us all to die at a young age, I guess. I don't know. It's terrible.
What's going on here?
Yeah. And we're drinking Cokes right now, or I am, and you are too. And like I was telling you before we went on here, the Coca-Cola, it's the same brand, same thing, but it's made differently, and it tastes not exactly like this, but it's not as sweet. Yeah, but to me, it tastes better. It was smooth. Yeah, doesn't have all that corn syrup crap in it over there.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know why they don't do it here. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I have no answer.
But you had fun. You liked it.
Oh, it was great. It was a great trip.
You stayed in a nice hotel, right?
We stayed in a nice place in London. Now, we took day trips to Paris. And on a train, it was about a 2-hour train ride to Paris, saw the Eiffel Tower and all the. Not real impressed with Paris. Kind of dirty. People kind of rude a little bit. Had an area that I would say looks like the French Quarter, but that's backwards because the French Quarter looks like that place, and I can't remember the name of it. But that's why I sent you the picture. There's a Saints bar.
Yeah, it is.
New Orleans Saints bar, but it's closed. But maybe it only opens.
It's just for show. It's probably just.
I know. I think it's a legitimate place. It wasn't open, but I was like just walking down the street. It's New Orleans Saints bar.
I don't mean to interrupt you,
cool.
but let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something? Can I be very?
I'm used to it.
Be very honest with you.
What's that?
How in the heck did your wife get you to spend this money? Because I know you're a tightwad. I know you are. I mean, listen, no. You're known.
Well, somebody's got to balance out. Okay, like in your family, I don't know if you'll balance it out. Maybe you just make all the decisions. I don't know.
I do. I am the king of this family.
But in our family, we try to go 50-50.
Okay, so she talked you into spending this money.
Well,
Did you have to dip into your little passbook account? Don't you have a little passbook account? Something little passbook.
I carry it in my pocket at all times since I've seen it all day.
Okay.
I want to know where it is at all times.
73 cents in interest today.
Yeah.
73 cents.
It wasn't as much as you might think. I mean, I'll tell you, it was probably about, for the both of us, now not the total trip, but the airfare and hotel is probably $6,000.
No, that's not too bad.
9 days, I guess it was.
Oh, that's impossible.
That's just, no,
Where'd
really.
You stay at the Motel 6?
No, it was actually, it wasn't, 5 stars or whatever you'd say, but it was probably 4. It was nice. Really? Okay. It was a nice place, small. Okay. But, but you know what else I noticed about London is all the toilets are very small.
Really?
Yeah. They're like, like if you were in a camper and you saw a toilet in a camper, it's like that size.
Okay, but listen to me. You're talking about the bathroom or the toilet itself?
Well, I'm talking about the toilet itself.
Really?
And you know how we have levers on the side? Yeah. You do your business and you flush it. They have buttons right behind you. You cannot reach them sitting down.
Well, you got to get up and look.
You got to get up, but that's not the worst thing. But it's weird. It's just
don't
different.
you get up and look at your stool anyway? Don't you ever check? Your stool
usually
out?
I check it out. Yeah, make sure.
You got to check out your stool. It's very important.
But they have a real strong flush.
Of course, got
to have real strong flush.
See, now that's something to write down.
And then now this is in the hotel, and everywhere I saw where these toilet seats are small, but bathrooms generally are hard to find. And if you do find one in public, you're going to pay.
Yeah,
you're going to pay to use it.
Hey, look, so if they would put bathrooms everywhere I go, I would rather pay. Just put the bathroom there.
You know what? I tell you, I went to London and back. Now, we took day trips, like I said, to Paris, to Scotland for a day, which is another train ride north.
Yeah.
And then we went to Bath, England, which is like an hour west. Great little town, like a lot of history. Of course, history is everywhere. But I had $100. That's all I had, $100 cash. I didn't spend one penny up. You talk about a tight one, but you don't have to because you use Apple Pay on your phone and you just tap everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Train ride, tap. Paying for something, tap, and it converts pounds.
Okay, well that's interesting.
Or what's the other one? Euros to dollars, and so everything's taken here. So you don't need it. You can literally go to London, not take any cash. It's good to have some cash, I suppose, with you, but didn't spend any.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. But not real impressed with Paris. Scotland was really cool. Bath was cool. It was an old Roman ruled town, city where those old Roman baths.
Ted, you're too damn excited about this.
I'm just excited.
I mean,
you know
really
what?
Are.
And you know what? Since I've been back now over a week, you know what? I told you this too before. All I've been listening to is the Beatles.
That's good. That's
why?
Good.
Explain it.
You know, let me just say this. Let me tell you what I think you got out of this. Okay, really, and someone that knows is your buddy. You know, the kind of knows stuff. Okay,
that's you.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Me.
Yeah.
Number one, okay, your wife got you to spend the money.
She did.
You know, which is good. All right. Number two, you were able to do something that you never did, and you had a very good time in a very nice place.
Yeah.
And hey, you had a new life experience. You know, but unfortunately, all right, this is a podcast.
The bad news is,
unfortunately, this is a podcast, and a lot of people don't really give a crap about your trip. Okay, but I do. So here's the deal. So here's the deal.
Of course you do.
I do. So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back. And when we come back, okay, I'm going to briefly tell you about my trip.
Briefly?
Yeah, very briefly, because people don't really care about our trips. We'll be right back. Be right back.
The English language was created by English people. I don't know when, but we decided to get letters to form words so we can communicate. But we also decided to sprinkle, for no apparent reason, letters within these words that are silent forever. Why? Like the word hour, for example. Why is the word hour spelt with an H? Why is there an H? The silent H. Nobody has ever said, I'll see you in a hour. I'll see you in a hour. I'm just going to pick up the sandwich. I'll be back in a hour. Half a hour. Even half has an L in it. It's like half a hour. How long is the journey? About half a hour to a hour. The sandwich shop is half a hour away. It's a waste of everybody's time.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so, Teddy, I want to thank you for the socks. They're great socks.
They are nice.
And, of course, I went to Chicago for a couple of days with my little brother Michael and his son Nick. And let me just tell you about basically what happened here, okay? We went Saturday, which was no King's Day. No King's Day.
That's right, yeah.
And we took the train to Wrigley Field, and they had all these protesters that were on the train. Now, listen, I don't care if this is politically correct or politically incorrect. I really don't give a crap.
Yeah.
These people are whacked out of their heads.
Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you, they come on the train. They may be black, they may be white, they may be purple, they may be male, they may be female, they may be other. They could be anything, but they have that same freaking dumb look on their face. I mean, really, they're like deer in the headlights. They're just these zombie type people. You know, there's not because basically they're going somewhere where someone's telling them to go.
Yeah.
You know, in the old days, if you wanted to protest something, you call up your buddy Ted. You go, hey, Ted, man, they'll stand in front of the bank. We're going to picket because they got shitty interest rates or something like that. You know, no, now they get mobilized by a bunch of wackos. They are a bunch of wackos. None of them work. I mean, and so they get on the train, and there's got to be a seat for them. You've been on the Chicago commuter system.
Oh, yeah.
There's a seat for them and a seat for their darn sign.
Yeah.
So there's no seats because signs are taking up seats.
Yeah.
Okay. It was just lunacy, absolute lunacy. And then
you're just trying to get to the ball game.
Yeah, so we get to the ball. So I go to what you do is you used to take the metro and you get down to Irving Park. This is before they had the blue line that went right to the stadium. So we wanted to go the old school way. So then when you get off at Irving Park, it's about a 10 block walk. And they have limos there and these party buses, right? Well, I'm sitting in the back of the bus. It's me and this guy next to me who's a, 30-something guy. And the girl was in the seat in front of him, a gal that she knows. She was with a big group, okay? And so apparently he's a traveling nurse. They have these traveling nurses that go 4 months here, 5 months here.
Sure.
And he's talking. Everything he said, she was going, no way. No way.
So dramatic.
Yeah, she was going, oh, wow. Oh, no way. He was going, this is what he was going, real 100%. Real 100%. I had to listen to that for 20 minutes.
Now, were they protesters?
No, they were just going to the ball game. They weren't protesters. They were just whacked out Chicago people.
Yeah.
They're just all, first of all, they got a mayor that's only got a 2% rating.
Oh, that guy's nuts.
A complete nut.
Yeah.
And they're just, I don't know, they're just like in this little world of their own.
Yeah.
They're just like, I was calling them Chicago people.
Chicago people.
Yeah, and I grew up there. It was nothing like that.
Oh, no.
The train and, and then on the way back, we had to wait for the train. It was such a freaking hassle. So we went to 2 games. So Father's Day, we went to the game and we just drove there. All right. And that was obviously a much better situation.
Yeah.
So anyway, went to saw a couple games.
Did you park in somebody's garage?
No, we didn't.
Because that does happen a lot there.
Oh yeah, well
they have improved it, I guess, in the last few years.
Well, yeah, they have people that
Parking.
they have these apartments and they have an alley. You usually park in an alley, the department alley. You know, they take their cars, bring them. I don't know where they bring them, and then they just make money on on.
Well, some people let you park right in their garage.
Yeah,
I mean, I've done that just 2 blocks from Wrigley.
Yeah. But it's just it's a massive event now because you get 40,000 people in the stadium, and you get 20,000 other people.
Yeah,
just hanging out,
around. And of course, the Cubs won 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
And you went to 2 games.
I went to the 2 games.
Yeah.
The Saturday and then Father's Day.
And you got me this nice dad hat.
I
love it. I'm wearing it right now.
That's
And I love it, man. I don't have a white one like this. How'd you know?
Well, I knew that you would look good, very good in a white, very good in a white hat.
And you got an Ag Wrigley or one of the shops around Wrigley right there?
I sure did.
Yeah.
I sure did. Okay.
Come on.
Yes. I hope you enjoyed our show today. And I hope you enjoyed our little discussion. To be honest with you, we did this show because we were supposed to do a show, and the guest didn't show up.
Yeah.
So we did this.
Show must go on. You got to have something.
So we did this real crappy show for you.
Yeah. Right.
Hope you enjoyed it. Okay. Hey, coming up, don't forget, we got Ella Grace Francis.
Yeah.
And, of course, the lovely and talented
Now,
Blue
who is
Cogs.
Ella Grace, in case people don't know? She's a local girl who sings and tell us more about her. She's been on a few times.
Yes.
People may be unfamiliar with
written
who she
several
is.
good tunes.
Yeah.
She's had a lot of airplay. Google her.
She
Ella Grace
sang
Francis.
National Anthem, the year before last? Saints game.
She's a potential Broadway artist. Let me tell you that right
That's
now.
right.
Potential Broadway artist.
Yeah. And then we got Luke also coming soon.
Luke Hawks, who's been setting himself on fire. You'll be hearing more about that later.
He's got lots of news and stuff to talk about, too.
Yeah, so, hey, Ted, we got to go.
We gotta go.
Don't forget to
Did
share
I
the
mention
show.
the underground tube train that we took all over London? It's like the subway in Chicago or New York, but just a little classier. You know? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's awesome. You just tap and go.
Yeah, you tap
And
and
when
go.
you get out,
And
you
this
tap
is
again.
And this is the music saying it's the end of the show. Hey, don't forget don't forget to share the show because sharing is caring. Yes, it baby. God bless y'all.
That's right, Chup. All right, Chup. See you later, mate.
You bloody bloke.
Yeah.
Oh, lad, it best be open by the time I get out of here. I think it shuts at 11. I'm going to be fuming with all yous if I don't get this scoff.
Yeah, Vic, I don't know if you'd fit in some of those bathrooms over there. I hate to say that, but it's true. Not just the toilet seat itself, but the actual bathroom is maybe 3 feet. I mean, it's a tight squeeze.
I sure hope they pass the audition.
Yeah. Can we play some Beatles?
Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun.
How did you find America? I left to Greenland.
Has success changed your life?
Yes. I'd like to keep Britain tidy.
Are you a mod or a rocker?
No, I'm a mocker.
I'm up at Coin Trader Studios, we're bringing it live. And who am I? I go by the name of Darkest Night. And Jada Hoyos is the one who brings a sick beat, to which we're getting pumped for topics this week. So I need to grab my Greg soda and take a sip, while I turn it over to Katie, Nick, Ted, and Vic. It's all over. We're all over the road. We got a brand new show, so just lo and behold, from the bayou to the city to the burbs to the swamps, you better know what time it is when you're hearing that.
This is Teddy, the little Teddy. Thanks for listening to my granddaddy's podcast.
All Over the Road New Orleans is brought to you by CoinTrader Inc. For real-time prices on gold, silver, palladium, and platinum 24/7, go to goldpricesnow.com. That's goldpricesnow.com.